Hi guys, so I think we all know what month it is. Yep, it's Orktober, which means I'm going to be making lots and lots of, well, variety of Ork conversion, kitbash, dioramas, all the rest of it. And as you can see, I'm starting off with this lovely one. Yeah, a little bit of a theme going on here. You might recognise the film that I'm sort of trying to do. And yeah, Back to the Future. So the good old Delorean. But in this case, I've got an Ork who's done a little bit of a kit bashing on a vehicle. And this vehicle started off life looking like this, and that's the Daedalus. And yeah, awesome looking thing. Obviously a hovercraft or a hover vehicle of some description. Certainly got some weapons and bits and pieces on it. And yeah, it looks really good. So this can be found over at PrintMinis. Yeah, it's a company I'm using quite a lot now because they have an amazing amount of grimdark sci-fi miniatures. I'll leave a link down below so you can go and check them out. And if you do sign up to their email, you get 35% off all their miniatures. Or you can become a patron and you get access to their monthly plethora of, say, miniatures, vehicles, terrain, and tons of lovely stuff. So I downloaded the Daedalus, and I'm printing mine off on the Elegoo today, just for a bit of a change. And I'm using their standard resin. Yeah, just standard grade resin, and yeah, never had any issues with this. Always come out perfectly. And that's exactly what I'm going to use here is, well, this little printer. And yeah, simple case. Say if you haven't got a printer, if you can afford to get one, because the prices are coming down so much, yeah, I would highly recommend getting one because they are just, they're amazing. In fact, you can print off whatever you want, whatever size you want, and you can manipulate things and build things, obviously, differently to how the original creator had them, which is obviously exactly what I've done with this. Yeah, lovely little figure. It goes together really well. There's quite a few variety parts you can get, different sort of weapons and bits and bobs. And the cabin bit there that obviously I've got open, you can get a closed one. And I say a whole variety of weapons that sort of fit round the sides, which is just awesome. And the other thing I love about PrintMinis is they do a PDF of how to assemble some of their vehicles. Say some of their vehicles are nice and large, have loads of components. So yeah, having a PDF of a step-by-step guide is just amazing. So you can get these files for this. You can have them unsupported or pre-supported, and I definitely like going pre-supported, as yeah, never had any issues. And in fact, PrintMinis are light sheet ambassadors, which just goes to show just how well they are at pre-supporting miniatures, vehicles, and yeah, terrain parts. So yeah, simple little obviously put together of this. And again, this is what I love. A lot of their stuff that they make is modular. So you can make it obviously how it's intended, or you can mess about like I like doing and just making things up kind of as you go along, really. But the main thing is obviously having fun. And obviously the main reason that this caught my eye, and obviously Back to the Future, is the doors. Obviously the vehicle's floating, which is obviously a bonus, but yeah, the old winged doors. So as soon as I saw this, I thought, yeah, an Ork is going to have this bit of kit bashing, and this is soon going to be a, well, DeLorean Back to the Future thing. So yeah, they're putting off loads and loads of little bits and pieces here. These are, it's wet, because obviously they've been cleaned, they've been washed and all the rest of it. Yeah, it was just difficult cleaning them until actually get them off. So these have got a bit of bend to them, which is kind of nice, because then they will sort of curve around areas. These have got the bend because I've literally printed these out at about, what, 1 mil, 2 mil. So yeah, there's a little bit of bend in them, which is awesome. And then usual thing, get all your little bits of gubbins and all the rest of it, and just sort of, well, glue bits here, there, and everywhere. So I've been looking forward to October for, well, quite some time. Well, a couple of reasons really, I guess. 2 of my children are born this month, so there's a lovely bonus. And yeah, a good excuse to, well, I'm going to try and do as many videos as I can this month that involve Orks. I've already made 4 more sort of Ork diorama builds. You may have seen some sneak previews of a few of those bits, so they're going to be coming out over the next sort of couple of weeks. But yeah, I've got a lot of Ork videos coming. If there's anything you want to see me do though with Orks, by all means let me know, whether it's some sort of kitbash, conversion, diorama, or whatever it is. Yeah, let me know, and I'll see if I've got the bits and pieces to have a go. As I say, I am going full on Ork mad this month. So yeah, I'm using obviously a Warhammer Ork there. I had to sort of cut him up a little bit just to get him in. And I'm using a few of the weapons that came sort of with him. As obviously this in the Daedalus from PrintMinis does have some sort of winged bits coming out the side. But obviously I didn't want to use them, so I'm just putting some guns in their place. And having a look online at the Delorean sort of time travelling machine, it has a few wires. It doesn't have too many gubbins on the front, but yeah, definitely some sort of wires that sort of hook around here and there. And as this obviously is a Ork build or Ork conversion, yeah, you definitely need more gubbins, as Orks, well, they are the scratch bashing kings, I think. And yeah, if you've got some bits, stick them here, stick them there, stick them everywhere. So I did have to make sure I didn't go too OTT, as I do have a large sort of bits box of, well, definitely bits. Yes, I could have gone mad, but I thought, nope, let's stop. We've got quite a few bits and pieces on here. And then thought, yeah, this is a good time to prime it in black. Otherwise, I will just go nuts. So doing the doors separately, because I'm not too sure how I'm going to have them. If I'm having them both up or both sort of down or part down. So yeah, so that's why I kind of left them off. And paint wise on this, yeah, keeping it fairly simple, because obviously the Delorean is silver. So yeah, primed in black with a colourful matte black. And then doing a bit of dry brushing with some silver. Doesn't really matter what silver, I guess, but I'm definitely gone for a lighter, brighter silver. As I probably am going to use a wash at the end, and that will sort of like dirty down everything. So yeah, starting off obviously with nice bright colours, as I know everything will get yeah, dirty down a bit later. And then as my little Ork dude is going to be slap chopped, yeah, he's just going to get primed or dry brushed even in some white. Starting off with a nice big dry brush, try and get all the major areas. And then I did go in with a smaller dry brush just to try and get like the other side of his cheek and under his armpit. But yeah, pretty much I can cover most of it with a bigger brush. And yeah, it's a cool looking Ork. Got his little pipe there with some spikes in it. Yeah, my Ork McFly, Orky Fly. I'm not sure. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what I should call this dude. As yeah, I'm pretty pants when it comes to thinking of names. But yeah, Ork Fly. Not sure. That doesn't have a ring to it really. Yeah, so everything obviously I've got in this little build diorama, and that's some traffic cones. And as you've have seen from the thumbnail, the reason for the traffic cones is to help support this vehicle, just so it does have the look of, well, the look of it kind of flying, I guess. So to help with the sort of the overall orkish feel to this thing, all the little panels and bits and bobs that I've sort of stuck on, yeah, I'm going to go around and paint them in some sort of strong vivid colours. But as you can see, I'm not painting too neat because, well, these are going to look like they're a bit sort of rusty and some of the paint may well have flaked off. So yeah, it's just a case of going around, dabbing the paint over a few of these panels here and there. Obviously I'm using nice, say, strong, vibrant colours because at the end I am going to use a wash, and that is going to sort of like dirty down and yeah, definitely reduce the vibrancy of the paints. So yeah, start off nice and strong just because I know I'm going to dim it down, well, near the end really. And I think this is why I have my other love, obviously the reason we're loving Orks is just because they are, well, they're colourful. They're colourful, don't take themselves seriously, and yeah, you can't really paint Ork stuff wrong. Unless obviously you're going for a particular sort of brand of Orks, or whatever it's called, clan even, then yeah, you really can paint these dudes however you want. And sometimes the wilder, the wackier, the better. Just because, well, they're Orks, they don't take things seriously, they're all about war, and yeah, they are fun, and that's why I love them. They look great, and yeah, you really can go to town and have fun. There's no real limits to what you can do with these dudes, which is probably kind of why some of the other builds I've done are a little bit wacky and fun. So yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the other things that I have been doing. So I've got about 4 or 5 projects almost finished with Orks. I really have gone mad and to town. But yeah, I've still got lots and lots of boxes full of Orks and Ork bits. So yeah, guys, let me know if there's anything you want to see me make. So I recently got in touch with the Mighty Brush, as I want to get more into using transfers on a lot of the vehicles and terrain and bits and pieces, as these really do sort of, well, make a big difference in how they look. So yeah, I contacted the Mighty Brush, had a little look at some of the stuff, and cheekily asked if they'd be willing to send me some stuff for me to use. And yeah, they politely said yes, which is awesome. So link down below, guys. Go and check them out if you're into any kind of transfers. So I've just got a sort of a handful here. They do a wider variety than what I've got. But yeah, these will certainly do for, well, some of the vehicles and bits and pieces that I've currently got in mind. So I only stuck a few on, so I don't want to go too OT on this one. But yeah, I will be using these transfers more. So a big thank you to Mighty Brush for sending them. And yeah, go and check the link out down below, guys. So yeah, loving how this guy's looking. Obviously, say everything now needs to be sort of tied in together. And that's where I find doing a good old wash over everything will make everything look aged and as dirty as the next bit. So yeah, it certainly helped tie everything in. As I say, some parts of this do look too neat, too tidy. Well, apart from where I think I painted all the Ork stuff, because that doesn't look neat and tidy. But yeah, good old Agrax Earthshade wash over everything. Yeah, job done, really. And another little bit of silver dry brushing over everything, just to sort of tie it back into that sort of metallic kind of look of the vehicle, really. And yeah, loving how this looks. So now that's the vehicle done. Now on to the well, the rest of the diorama and sort of the road that it's on. And you'll see me use this well, in another video or something very similar to this one. Yeah, nice little simple diorama. I'll leave links down below to where you can get the files to make up these roads and these signs, as these are by Mr. Modular, someone else I love using, and say especially obviously because it's well, October. And then yeah, I'm definitely going mad using this. I think any kind of terrain pieces, well, and even vehicles, I do love using Dirty Down Rust. Again, my main sort of feel and look to everything I paint is definitely grimdark, apocalyptic. I can never say that word properly, but you know what I mean. Mad Max sort of style. I like things to look, well, like they haven't been cleaned or upkeep. There's no upkeep in anything. Everything looks really rusty, dirty, gone to wreck and ruin, really. And Dirty Down Rust does this in such an easy and amazing way. And it is as simple as daubing on sort of thicker bits, as in straight from the bottle of Dirty Down Rust, and then using this water, get that on the brush, use that to sort of smear bits around, and obviously this helps get some nice drip rust marks. And it dilutes the Dirty Down Rust, so you get some areas that are nice and thick, and they obviously dry, well, really rusty looking, and other areas that just dry, well, a little bit rusty looking. And yeah, that doesn't take too long. You give it about 10 minutes afterwards, it's fully dried, it's done its magic. And then yeah, simply go over everything. Again, bit of silver dry brushing, just to sort of catch the edges and the raised areas, just to make it look like they, well, it was sort of metal before the rust sort of corroded everything. And yeah, absolutely love how this looks. So simple, so easy, but yeah, perfect. Absolutely love it. So you will see me do this a lot, guys, as this is my kind of go-to look. And then it's just a case of, well, gluing it all together. So this is the reason why I wanted to do these little cones, just as an added bit to, well, keep the front sort of raised up. So the back's going to be glued to the overhanging sort of signs. And then yeah, these cones are at the front, making it look like the Ork has, well, basically driven into them and knocked them over. But obviously one of them is sneakily keeping the vehicle off the ground to make it look like it's floating. It's nice and simple, but in my eyes, yeah, I think it's pretty effective, and I'm really pleased with, well, the whole outcome of how this looks. And talking about how it looks, let's have another look at it, well, in all its glory. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and well, I hope you love Orks as much as me, as you're going to be seeing a lot of them this month. So just to say, I will be doing a video now every Monday and every Thursday, and these will come out at 5 PM UK time. And every Monday it's going to be, well, it's going to be one of these kind of things from PrintMinis. Just as I absolutely love everything they've got and everything they do. And yeah, I'm going to show off their stuff, so every Monday you'll see a new build, diorama, or whatever it might be from PrintMinis. So go check out the link down below, guys, and don't forget to sign up to their email for 35% off everything they produce. There is another video on the screen, guys. Give that a click, see more of what I do. Don't forget to hit that like button, share wherever possible, subscribe, and definitely leave lots of comments for, well, to see, so I can see what you guys want me to do next. A big thank you to all my lovely patrons, as well as Chaos Cards, PrintMinis and the Colour Forge for supporting the channel every month. You guys all take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.